James made a statement here, and generally I do not disagree with this. James said, agreed, Tesla should give early adopters some grace, like making it transferable to a new car or a lifetime credit towards a new FSD purchase if the individual had moved on to another vehicle. No one can argue that Tesla has overpromised and underdelivered so far. Now, I'm not a lawyer, but I assume that there is a tightrope that Tesla has to walk on this. Giving away too much or making any statement on this subject, acknowledging this may open up the possibility of a class action lawsuit. Now, I am not sure about lifetime FSD access, but certainly access to FSD or being able to transfer it, at least until Tesla solves full self-driving, I think would be not a bad thing to do. I like our current Model 3. I think I would like the new refresh Model 3 a little bit better, but because we already have FSD on this one, if I cannot transfer it, then I don't know. This is some pretty interesting data. This shows that gray, black, and white colors account for 79% of all the vehicles in Germany, not just Teslas, but any vehicles. Was Tesla's introduction of a new gray at a higher price? Gray is plus 3,000 euros, black is 1,200 extra, and white for free. A coincidence? Probably not. Even when Germans buy Porsches, they are still pretty conservative with their colors. They don't really like red cars, I guess. Because maybe their neighbor will think, oh, look at these people, they just joined a circus. This message says that starting at 3 AM on January 8th, FSD version 12 will be rolled out across China to Tesla owners. But Ray says this is a fake message, so don't fall for these. Bradford just made a prediction. Tesla Generation 3 will be small, 4 seats and only 2 doors. People in Europe will not like that. Certainly people in the US will not like that. I mean, there will be a small group of people that will go like, yeah, this is amazing because the car probably will look a little bit better. But how many people will sacrifice comfort for looking a little bit better? Family, certainly, I don't think would sacrifice the added comfort of not having to let your kids go through the front door just to get to the back seat. I mean, you have to put that seat down. It's a whole event. If you do it for a robotaxi, okay, no problem. But even then, this sounds, I don't know. Well, something like over 90% of all of the taxi rides have less than 3 people here in the US. So, okay, for a robotaxi, maybe that makes sense. But if you are going that far, wouldn't it just make sense to only have 2 seats for the whole vehicle? Then you save even more costs, and you still have Model 3s and Model Ys. You got so many of them in the fleet that there will be enough robotaxis to cover rides that require more than 2 people, or people can just call 2 robotaxis. If for some reason a Model 3 or a Model Y is not available, but only doing 2 doors, to me as an investor, I would be strongly disappointed. If it's a vehicle for consumers, I'm not talking about a robotaxi. Unless they release it as a 2-door first with a clear plan to have a 4-door version. Now, if Tesla does a 2-door version only, pretty much, Tesla will still sell a lot of vehicles. But I think it would be so many more sales if Tesla does a vehicle with 4 doors. Growing up, actually, my dad had a 2-door vehicle, a Volkswagen Golf, a 2-door, and yeah, don't do that to your kids, please. If you can afford it. We were not in a position to really afford a more expensive vehicle, so that was actually quite fun, but I don't think that would be a good idea for Tesla. Just to be clear, I was very happy that my dad had a car, because having no car would have been a lot worse. So it was either a 2-door car or no car. I certainly prefer the 2-door car. Thank you so much.